Hi, and welcome to this action reporting tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to create a GL account or trial balance using the dynamic download method. In upcoming videos, we will dive deeper into how to use filters and expressions to customize your report even further. Let's get right into it. At Action 365, when we build a report, we incorporate a lot of functionalities from Excel and Exsion combined for more efficiency. We always include an Options tab in which we keep certain criteria that will be used repeatedly in the report, and then we assign a unique name to these cells. Like for example, here we have the company, and I assign the name company here. So what you can do is if you go to another place in your report and you type company, it will connect to that Options tab, and then you can easily press refresh and update completely your report. So this is really handy when you want to share this with different colleagues, or if you want to update your report for different dates and quickly press refresh and get your data. So we will include more videos with tips and tricks and cover how you can build an efficient options tab like this one. At the action interface, I can find all of my available functionalities. So I will click now on dynamic download, and then I will be able to see this window showing me all of the tables available in Business Central. I just want to highlight that if this is according to your access rights. So if you're seeing something in Business Central, you will see it in Action, but also if you cannot access a certain table in Business Central, you also are not able to access it here. So additionally, you can also see all tables for every installed extensions that you have. So you don't need to do any additional setup or configuration. And you can watch the installation video to understand how you can make the connection. So what I can do here, I can search for the tables by typing the name or by typing the numbers. So when I double click on it, I will then see an additional tab with all the available fields. And what I will do, I will add a few fields to my download definition by double clicking on them, or I can use this arrow to add them here. Also, if I add something that I don't want anymore on my download definition, I can remove them. So I will add a date filter and my balance at date, and I will then add this one. And what I can do here also, I can drag and drop them to change their order. So I can press OK, and then I will see this download definition appear on my screen. And then here you can always see the table number with the respective name. And what are the options for the dynamic download? It's, for example, I can use filters, I can hide, I can use methods and expressions. These are more advanced filters, so more advanced features. So we're going to cover this in future videos. But what I'm going to show you today is basically how to use the hide function and how to use the filter. So Action automatically hides a few fields. For example, the company, so you don't have to see the name of the company repeatedly, and the same for the date filter. So what I will do is I will also hide the income balance field. And I will then, for example, filter on my income counts or my balance sheet accounts. So I will start with the balance sheet and I will type a 1 here. And I will then say, okay, I'm happy with how this download looks, and then I'm gonna press refresh. Once I press refresh, Action will ask me where I want to download my data. So I will select it here and I will press OK. After waiting for a few seconds, I can now see my data. So what is important here is that you hide all of the fields that you don't want to see on your download, because once I have my download here, I can format it, and then it will keep the formatting that I choose. So for example, if I go back to my dynamic download definition, I can, for example, apply a filter because I saw that I have a lot of zero accounts with no balance, accounts with no balance, and I can just filter here, remembering that all these filters are the same as the ones in Business Central. So if I go back to my data and I press refresh, then everything's removed. So one thing also that I want to show you is that, for example, if by mistake I press delete, or if I type different numbers here by mistake or whatever, I can always click refresh and it will quickly bring my data back. So I will do a second download to show you the accounts for the income statement. So I will add the same fields and my balance at date, and I'm gonna move them around. Press OK. And then I will hide again this one. And then also what I wanted to show you is that here I can see 0 equals to income statement and 1 equals to balance sheet. But if I type here income statement, it will still bring me my data. But what I want to make sure that you understand is that if I use the numbers, when I share this template with someone else, with a different team or a different location, if I use the numbers, then they will be able to reuse the template. And if there is a lot of words in different languages, then they will not be able to refresh it. So it's always nice to use the numbers. I will now click refresh, and then I will select again my destination for my P&L. I will put it here. I wait for a few seconds. And then I see here when was my last time, how much time it took to generate my download. So this is quite handy. And then you can see here, I have my data. So yeah, this is how the basics of a dynamic download works. And I hope you enjoyed watching this demonstration. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get notifications for future videos. So I will do a second download to